Hello and welcome. Chris from Missouri here, bringing you another video about vintage baseball cards. And in this video, I'm going to show you some memorabilia. And I'm going to talk to you about a time that I had a couple of weeks ago going through a basement of a true vintage collector. And the story kind of goes like this. Mike, baseball collector, bought the basement of Dave Blue Jacket 66's dad's. Dave's dad passed away a while back, and his mom lived there, and they just had to make room, and Dave had to get everything out of the basement, and so he sold everything to Mike, and I believe he gave Mike a pretty good deal. I don't know the terms or anything, but I know that Mike bought it sight unseen. But if Dave told me that he had something that was worth something, I would believe him. And but Mike was tasked to getting all this stuff out in 2 days. And in this, you go to Dave and Mike to go to their channel, Blue Jacket 66 or Baseball Collector, because I don't know what 1 million or 2 million cards look like, but I think I do now after this weekend. And I was fortunate enough to have my friend Mike, baseball collector, ask me if I wanted to help. And he asked me if I could come up with some other people to help. And I brought two baseball guys. I brought STL Puckhead, Billy, and I bought a guy that we all affectionately call Coop. And his name is Brent Cooper, and his collection is second to none. And I brought him because we were going through somebody else's collection. And I know Brent and Billy look at cards and the same way I do, and they're going to show some tender care, and Mike knew that too, and so we showed up, and man, it was crazy the way everything looked, and we all got certain sections to go through, and basically what we could do is Mike told us if there was something that we wanted to put it aside, and I don't know, I felt like I was amongst oh, I don't know, this is weird, but greatness or something. This guy was truly a collector. And I know some of the stuff was picked through. Dave even told us it was. But I mean, there was tons and tons of stuff there. And Mike's selling stuff, and his friend JT and Garrett, Triple Crown 24 and Garrett are selling the cards for him. But I couldn't bring myself to pick getting things, and but I did the second day. Finally, Mike said, "Yes, put some stuff aside, and I'm going to buy some stuff." Well, I bought some stuff, but have you ever picked up something, and then about 3 years later, you pick it, you look at it again, and you say, "Oh, I remember where I got this." Well, I've I felt like I was picking up something that I knew that I was always going to remember where I picked it up because I read the little story of Phil Berg, the collector of the stuff that we were going through. And I'm going to read this to you just real quick. And it's not an obituary, it's nothing like that, but it says former Shawnee Mission East tennis coach Phil Berg will be inducted in the Kansas State High School Activities Association Hall of Fame. Berg, 51, coached boys tennis from 65 to 82. His teams compiled a record of 228 victories and 3 losses. There was all kinds of stuff, teacher awards there, and just different things. And it got me thinking, man, I'm going through his stuff. And but I also have said this before. Remember, we're just stewards of these cards and memorabilia right now. We're just temporarily holding these for other people. And I want to be the collector that when somebody is going through my stuff, that they take a second and they appreciate maybe how I collected the cards or memorabilia. And I'm going to tell you, I really appreciate the cards and memorabilia that I got from Mr. Berg. And I really appreciate Mike and Dave for giving me the opportunity to do this. So now I'm going to show you what I picked up, and and I'm going to show you that the stuff I picked up, I'm going to always remember where they came from until something goes wrong up here. But uh, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you a couple things I picked up. So here's one of the things. These are 1987 top coins. Now, there are 20 complete sets of 1987 Topps coins. The other thing that I picked up was, this had to be Dave's game. It's in pristine condition. It's got the box scores. It's got all the cards that go with it. This might go to somebody that appreciates this more than me, but I'm so glad I have it. Now, I picked up stuff because Dave broke the ice. And he said, he went to a shelf. He said, Mike, are you finished with this shelf? And Mike said, yes. And so Dave said, here, Chris, you have this. And he gave me this. And this is a 50-year celebration of the Hall of Fame. And it's got all the Dick Perez cards in here. I'm not going to get them out, but it's got all the Dick Perez cards leading up to that celebration. And so that broke the ice. Now, I'm going to remember Dave for allowing me to go, because he also gave me this picture right here. And that goes perfect on my wall. And I'm going to remember Mike, because Mike allowed me to get this picture right here of Honus Wagner. Now, I just love it. Got it matted, framed, matted, and it looks great with my T206 stuff. And I'm going to remember Mr. Berg, because I'm going to keep this article and keep this Kansas City A's memorabilia for a long time. Now, Mr. Berg kept his collection for guys like us to go through, and he kept them in good shape, and you could tell he was a great collector. And I'm going to try to do the same thing with my stuff. But I have such an appreciation for being able to do this with my friends Brent and Billy, JT, Mike, and Dave. And I do believe that Mr. Berg was there also. So guys, remember, it's just a hobby. Collect what you like.